going to be taking a look at the choose function. And this is kind of similar to case in a way, because you have it looking at a column, and based on the value that's in the column, you can have it retrieve different strings or numbers, just depends on how you set it up. This really is going to only work for integer columns that have like numbers 1, 2, 3, very low numbers. What our boss would like us to do is take a look at invoice information from the AP database. They want us to display the invoice number, date, invoice total, and the terms ID. But instead of just showing terms ID, if the terms ID is a 1, instead of showing a 1, they want us to show 10 days. Instead of showing a 2, they want us to show 20 days. Okay? And because we're looking at lower values, single integer values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can use choose for this. So I'm going to pause and key this in, and then we'll come back and take a look at what it does. Okay, so I've got invoice number, invoice date, invoice total, and then I have this choose function for terms. So terms is what I'm looking up. Okay, then after terms, I have 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. So how this choose works is after your column, this is what it's going to retrieve if it's a 1. This is what it's retrieving if it's a 2. This is what it's retrieving if it's a 3. So it really works for those low integers that are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like this is. Okay? And so it's going to be displaying the text instead of the number, and we're going to label our column net due. This is all coming from invoices, and it's only going to display rows that actually have a balance. So I'm going to go ahead and run it. Okay, and you can see that it has now retrieved text in place of the actual number for terms. And I'm going to comment that out. We're going to do another one with choose. And for this one, the boss wants to see a listing of employee IDs and the project names they are working on. The information we need is in our examples database in the project table. The actual project number is the very last digit in the project number column. So we need to retrieve that very last digit. And that's what we're going to be using as the index for our choose. So if the very last digit is a 1, they're working on the marketing call system. If the last digit is a 2, it's the AP system. Last digit is a 3, it's warehouse tracking. Last digit is a 4, it's sales rep earning. If the last digit is a 5, they're not working on anything. So why are we paying them? Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and key this in, and then we'll take a look at the code and run it. All right, so we're using examples. We've got select employee ID, and then we said the number on the far right in the project number column, the very last number, is the number for the actual project itself. And that is the number that we're going to use as our index. So we're going to use right. We're looking at project number, and we're grabbing the very first digit on the right. So if it's a 1, it's marketing call. If it's a 2, it's the AP system. If it's a 3, it's warehouse tracking. 4 is sales rep earning. 5 is nothing. And we're going to give that column a heading of project name. So we're going to go ahead and run this. And you can see what people are working on. And I'm going to move this down and save my changes.